America's highways just changed overnight. Truckers, many of them immigrants, are being pulled over and pulled off the road. Why? Because they don't speak English well enough. President Trump's new executive order just sent shockwaves through the trucking industry. The message is loud and clear. If you can't speak English, you can't drive. This is more than just a policy change. It's a culture war on 18 wheels. And today we're breaking down exactly what's happening, why it matters, and what the media isn't telling you. This executive order, signed April 28, 2025, is officially titled Enforcing Common Sense Rules of the Road for America's Truck Drivers. But don't let that vanilla name fool you. This one packs a punch. It mandates that all U.S. commercial truck drivers must be able to read road signs in English, communicate clearly with law enforcement, and fill out logbooks and legal documents without help. And here's the kicker. If a driver fails a roadside inspection and can't prove English proficiency, they're immediately placed out of service. That means their rig stops rolling right there on the highway. You might be thinking, didn't this always exist? Technically, yes. English proficiency has been a requirement for CDL holders since the FMCSA rulebook was written. But here's what changed. In 2016, under Obama's administration, enforcement of this rule was relaxed. Inspectors were told to go easy, especially if drivers showed basic comprehension or had interpreters. But now, Trump's new order reverses all that. It demands full, solo, unassisted communication. No interpreter, no second chances. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said, if you're driving an 80,000-pound machine across America's highways, English is not optional. It's essential. This policy hits one group the hardest: immigrant truckers, men and women from India, Mexico, Eastern Europe, many of whom make up nearly 40% of America's trucking workforce. Some of them speak decent English, but not perfect. Some can read signs, but panic during inspections. Others have accents that inspectors might not understand. Drivers like Jaspreet Singh, who's been hauling loads for 15 years, were placed out of service for saying, "I no understand this form." The North American Punjabi Trucking Association says this feels like targeted discrimination. It's not about safety, it's about who's behind the wheel. The trucking industry is torn. Groups like the American Trucking Association and the OOIDA, Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, are praising the move. It's about safety. It levels the playing field. No more shortcuts. But not everyone's clapping. Well, we've got thousands of loads on the road daily. If you pull even 10% of our fleet over this language rule, we're in trouble. Even major companies like Knight Swift, JB Hunt, and Schneider have expressed concern that this order could lead to delays, shortages, and labor crises. Because let's be real, they say the trucking industry is already short 80,000 drivers. Now we're sidelining thousands more. This isn't just policy, it's personal. Many of these drivers don't have formal schooling in English also. They work long-haul routes 70+ hours a week and also live in rural areas without language programs. They're now scrambling to enroll in English classes just to keep their livelihoods. But here's the problem. Those classes, full waiting lists, 3 to 6 months, and most drivers can't afford to wait that long. Let's not ignore the bigger picture. This isn't just about trucking, it's about language, identity, and borders. Trump's earlier executive order in March 2025 made English the official language of the U.S., canceling protections for non-English speakers accessing public services. Critics call it a form of linguistic nationalism meant to intimidate immigrants, even legal ones. But supporters, they say it's long overdue, that America's unity depends on one language, one law, one nation. This policy is a perfect storm: national pride, labor enforcement, and a culture war, all wrapped into one truck-size controversy. Challenges are coming. Civil rights groups are preparing lawsuits. Immigration attorneys are calling it unconstitutional. Meanwhile, truckers are pushing back. They're organizing boycotts, slow rolls, even legal defense funds. Some states like California and Illinois are considering state-level protections for drivers being sidelined over language. This fight isn't over, it's just shifting into higher gear. Truckers are the bloodline of this country. They move your food, fuel, medicine, and mail. But with one pen stroke, thousands of them were told, "You're not American enough to drive here." Whether you support this policy or oppose it, you need to ask yourself one thing: who gets to decide who's American enough to steer this country forward? If this shocked you, informed you, or fired you up, don't scroll away. Smash that like button, hit subscribe for real talk on trucking, politics, and freedom, and comment below. Do you think English should be a deal breaker in trucking, or is this just about keeping America safe? Until next time, keep your wheels rolling, your rights protected, and your eyes wide open. Peace.